aloha kākou. Velina me ke aloha mai kuʻu ane hānau o hana pepe ma ka mokupuni o Kauai. Aloha. I'm just really excited to be starting this class off this week, and we'll be working this week until so today from March 7th all the way until April 1st. And so it'll be 4 weeks of good fun and different kinds of ha'awina and getting to know each other by posting on the discussion board and just finding different ways to get to know who's in the class and where we're all located. I mean, some of us are here in Hawaii and some may be abroad in other places, and we welcome everybody in this class, which is called Kuʻu Noho. We will be covering what is called pipekehenua, or locational sentences. So these sentences will be allowing us to add into our vocabulary and to formulate sentences that can tell us where something is located, and maybe even giving directions to someone on how to get somewhere. So using those kinds of words like that many of us are familiar with, like mauka, makai, even right and left. I think many of us have also learned those kinds of words growing up, like akau and hema. So we'll be reviewing some of those. The vocabulary will also be including things like restaurant, hale aina, hale being a house and aina being that meal, that we share with one another. Also words like hale pule, a hale where we congregate and share in pule. So those kinds of words, also words inside of a house. So like your kitchen, your lumi kuke, your family room, lumi ohana. So these are different words throughout all of the next 4 weeks. Between now and April 1st, we'll be covering. And we'll also have a mele and a oli that you can learn, and then also adapt to where you're living and where you're from. And just as a reminder, we do have a course incentive for all those that are able to complete 4 of the main activities. And the makana, or this incentive, is known as kukulu cards. And oh wait, I don't have mine with me, so I'll have to show it to you later. But the 4 activities, eha ha'avina. One is your ho'olauna post. So that's the first one that you can get started with this week. And it's just, getting to know each other. So doing a short introduction about yourself. I always think it's good to include where you're from and, a little bit about your ohana. And then the question we're asking is, what is one word, or what's the first Hawaiian word you feel you learned when in your language journey, whether it was just growing up here in Hawaii and when you were small, or maybe your language journey is just starting. So yeah, what is that Hawaiian word? And feel free to you know read the other post and then respond, and it's a good way to get to know one another. The second ha'avina or ha'avina elua is a voice post. And this is actually recording your voice, and it'll be around makekauna or makahale, and you'll be able to read a little more when you get into pule elua, the second week and third week. And then the third ha'avina is what we call kahua. And so after going through the different ha'avina, we're interested in hearing how you are able to share anything you learned in the class with someone in your ohana. And we define ohana as maybe your blood relatives, or maybe just people in your community, because maybe you don't live with your ohana or near to your ohana. So your friends, your partner, your just anyone at the store, maybe your saying aloha to them, or just greeting people in different ways. So yeah, how are you taking language to the next step and sharing it with others? And then the fourth one, the fourth ha'avina is the evaluation. So there's many more other ha'avina throughout the course, but these are the ones that we're hoping you can complete. And by completing them, we will then send you that makana, which is again the kukulu cards. And I'll put a link down below where you can learn more about what is this kukulu cards. But yeah, looking forward to this time together. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. Um, and yeah, mahalo nui and aloha.